Peace, y'all, and welcome to a 20-minute yoga sequence from bed. I personally like to do yoga in bed. It is so comfortable, and I have my bed made up before I get in it to do yoga. So we're going to start with our shoulders over our wrists, our hips over our knees, and we're going to move into some cat-cow. So as we inhale, dropping the belly, opening the chest, and letting the head fall back. And then exhale, we're going to curve the spine upward, tucking the tailbone, and doing a bit of a dome in our upper spine. So we're going to do this 3 times. Inhaling, following your own natural sequence of breath. Inhaling, dropping the belly and the chest. Exhaling, curving down the tailbone and letting the head fall in between our shoulders. So we're going to just trust our breath here, trust our body here. And then we're going to inhale back to center, and as we exhale, looking over our shoulder to the left, allowing our hips to fall to the right. Inhale back to center, and exhale, looking over our right shoulder, allowing our hips to fall to the left. And then from there, we're going to move into some gentle circles, going whichever way feels comfortable for you, taking a few deep breaths, inhaling as the belly drops, exhaling as our tailbone curls downward, and just taking a couple of rotations and make sure you reverse to get to the other side. Once you've worked through that, we're going to slide back into a bit of a child's pose. So opening our hips, opening our legs, putting our big toes together, spreading our legs out, and allowing our chest to fall in between our legs, extending our arms out long. So here we're going to get really comfortable and take some deep breaths here. This is a good hip opener. Most of today's practice is going to be helping us to open our hips. This is a nice bedtime practice. So we'll come back up from our child's pose and leave our legs pointed outward. We're going to breathe in, doing some seated cat-cow. So as we inhale, pushing our chest forward, exhale, bringing it back, doming the spine. And we're going to repeat that a few times, breathing, following your own natural breath here, doing some fluid movement, whatever feels good for your hips and your back, just getting in touch with your body here. And so we'll move into a pigeon, bringing our right leg in between our hands. So sliding forward a bit and getting our left leg back straight behind us. And we're going to breathe, inhaling up, exhaling, bringing our body down over our right leg. You can take a couple of breaths here, following that natural flow, or you can lie down like I have, stacking your fist and further opening that right hip. Getting that right hip nice and open, breathing, sending breath there. If this is uncomfortable for you, feel free to come out of the pose. You can always move back to child's pose, or you can always move back to a comfortable seat, taking deep breaths. So here is where we're going to really open that right hip. So make sure that our left leg is staying as straight as we can, and breathing deeply into our right hip. So we'll come back up, breathing again, and then we're going to move into a little bit of some circles here, kind of counteracting that stretch we just did. So taking some nice fluid movement here, whatever feels good for you. You are in touch with your body. You know what your body needs. And in this moment, I needed an upward facing dog, going into a little bit of a circle for my body. And so then we'll bring our left leg in between our hands, checking the alignment of our right leg, straightening that out, moving your blanket if you need to, like I did, and inhaling, looking up, and then exhaling, bringing it down, taking a couple of moments here, a couple of breaths. Inhaling, moving up, exhaling, moving down, allowing your breath to guide your movements. And if you feel called, go ahead and extend your arms out and stack your fist And allow your head to rest on your fist here. Breathing deeply into your hips. The left hip now is getting a nice deep stretch, opening that left hip, getting some space in between that hip joint that maybe hasn't had that space in some time. And again, if this pose is uncomfortable, feel free to pull back out of the pose. You can go back to child's pose. You can go back to a comfortable seat and just focus on your breath. So together on our next inhale, we're going to come back to center, bringing our legs a little bit open, taking that nice fluid movement again. It could be a child's pose, it could be upward facing dog, whatever feels good for your body at this time. It's just getting that release, getting those hips open, and breathing and focusing on the breath. Okay, so together we're going to bring our legs together, almost touching, and then we're going to extend our arms out long, allowing the chest to melt into your bed. This is what we call puppy pose, kind of getting a nice good arch in the back, like you will be tooting it, how you will be tooting it, toot it up, and allow yourself to breathe here. This is a good stretch for the shoulders. You can turn your head to the right and get some movement there, some stretch there, and then take a couple of breaths and turn your head to the left, getting a stretch on that side of the body as well. So as we inhale, we'll come back up to sitting. Remember, always taking our breath, always checking in with the breath, coming to a seated position, cross-legged, whatever fits, whatever feels comfortable for you. And here we're going to take some seated cat-cow again. This is really good in many different positions to open up the hips as well as give our spine some lubrication, get some movement. As we are typically standing or sitting in one position all day, this is really good to stretch our back, our neck, our shoulders, kind of a full body stretch here. So breathing in as you inhaling as you push your chest forward, exhaling as you curve your spine, making a dome with your spine. And then we can move into some rotations, going to the right, following your breath. Remember to breathe in as you push your chest outward, and as we begin to pull back, we exhale. And so don't forget to rotate, go back to the other side, reverse it, and then we're going to move into some nice neck rotations in a moment. And these will be nice and easy, following your breath here, taking it to the right side, inhaling and exhaling slowly, really being intentional about your breath here. And then reversing, taking it to the other side when you're ready. Taking it nice, slow, and easy. We can start to hear the crunching, the cracking of our bones in our neck, and that's okay. That's normal. You can give yourself a little massage if you feel so called. Just remembering to connect with your breath here. We're just about halfway through the practice, allowing ourselves to be grounded in breath, allowing ourselves to be present in this moment, connecting your breath with your body. That is what helps yoga to become so grounding, because we're focused on the breath, we're focused on the body. So here we can recognize that. So inhale, bringing our arms up, and exhale, allowing ourselves to lead with the chest, falling forward, and doing some deep breaths here. This is another good opener for our hips. Allowing your head to relax. Sometimes you might hold our head up. Allow it to relax as far as it'll go. You don't have to look like me in the video. do what your body is comfortable with. Taking some deep breaths here, extending, and seeing if on your next exhale you can go a little bit deeper. If not, that's okay. You'll get there in time. Breathing here. Move slowly back to a seated position. And then we're going to rotate our legs. So we're going to switch. So how your legs were crossed before, we're just going to switch and put the other leg inside. And we're going to repeat everything we just did. So we're going to do that seated cat-cow. Seated cat-cow here. Breathing in. Inhaling. Exhaling. Remembering to always stay connected to breath here. Connecting deeply with your body, sending breath to those tight areas in your hips, sending breath to the lower back, moving into these gentle rotations to the right. Inhaling, we are going to curve to the right, doming the spine as we exhale, then coming back to the inhale again, moving nice and easy throughout our practice today. I'm going to rotate, going to the opposite side, making sure we're getting both sides of our body all the love and care and intention they deserve. Moving fluidly, that feels good for you. So we're going to move into our next inhale, bringing our arms up, getting yourself settled, and exhaling, extending the arms forward, leading with the chest, allowing the head to rest in between our arms, and breathing here. Feeling our breath reach those tight spots in our body. Seeing if we can go a little bit deeper on our next exhale. And remembering that at any time, if we need to pull out of a pose, we can. And so we're going to pull back to seated position. Inhaling, bringing our arms up. And twisting to the right. We're going to have our left hand on the right knee and our right hand behind us, or as far behind us as we can. We're going to look over the right shoulder here. And we're going to breathe. This is a good twist for your intestines, for your just internal organs in general, giving them some movement. We don't get to move them a lot in our bodies. So twisting there, coming back to center on the next exhale. And as we inhale, bringing the arms back up. Exhale, right hand will meet the left knee, and left hand will go behind, looking over our left shoulder, taking some deep breaths here. Twisting on the other side of the body. So we inhale, come back to center. We're going to breathe deeply. We're going to move onto our back. We're going to lie down, hugging our knees to our chest, readjusting as we see fit. Taking some deep breaths here. Really giving ourselves a big hug for making it through this beautiful, easy practice. So on our next exhale, we're going to open our legs and we're going to grab our feet and we're moving into happy baby. So as the legs are opening, I'm going to take some deep breaths here. So if you feel comfortable, you can reach for your feet. If that is not accessible to you, you can reach for the back of your thighs. And just open your legs. Open your legs to what is comfortable, giving our hips a good stretch, a good opening, and our lower back some relief as well. Remembering to always trust your body and where it is leading you at this time. So we're going to extend our legs for a moment, bringing them back up, knees to chest, and then we're going to move into some circles moving outward. So we're going to guide our legs open and out and down, bringing them back together at the middle. And then we're going to rotate the direction, bringing them outward and back up to our chest. Doing this a couple of times, or doing whatever feels good to you at this moment. Really giving our hips some love here. Our hips are so tight and they hold a lot of emotion, hold a lot of stress. So just giving them some love. You could even just do a couple of quick rotations. I chose to extend my legs out long and pull them towards me. And here we can come together, holding our right knee to our chest, extending the left leg out long. And we're going to do some circles with just the left hip, left knee. Breathing deeply. And when we're ready, we're going to extend our right leg over our left side body and allowing our right arm to just form like a football goal, a cactus arm. Breathing here as we do this supine twist. This is another good twist for our internal organs and just good for our spine as well. You might hear a couple of cracks as you do this pose. Breathe deeply here. Deeply inhale and deeply exhale. Bringing our our right knee back to center. Doing a couple of good circles. And then extending that leg out long. And just checking in with your hips, seeing how they feel. I love to touch my body during my yoga practice, just really getting into my body. And so we're going to bring the right leg back up, and we're going to move into a half happy baby. So just having the left leg extended out long still, and that right leg pulling it down towards our armpit, pulling our knee towards our armpit here. And so if that's not accessible to you, definitely do what feels good for your hips at this time. Just remembering to breathe. And so we'll meet back in the center as we extend our right leg out long and bring our left knee to our chest. So on an inhale, we'll bring the left knee to the chest and doing those circles now on this side. So whatever feels good for your hips, just breathing, doing those circles. And then we are going to extend our left knee over our right side body when we are ready on an exhale. And allowing ourselves to breathe here, feeling that twist in our body, and allowing your left arm to form, again, that football goal or that cactus arm. Just getting the full twist in the body and not pushing or pulling, just allowing it to gently fall to the side. Breathing here again. Remembering to ground ourselves in breath. Just continuing to breathe. Breathing deeply. Breathing into the tight areas. And on an inhale, we're going to bring our left knee back up straight. And then we're going to move into half happy baby on our left side. So pulling that knee down towards the armpit, if that is accessible to you. Breathing in deeply there, opening the hip here. You can move to the side, you can bring it to the center, whatever feels good. And so together we're going to sit, move up to a seated position, tucking our left leg in, allowing our foot to meet our inner thigh. Inhaling, bringing our arms up. Exhaling, allowing our ourselves to open up into a twist, reaching over our right side body. And then moving into a hovering position, allowing our chest to hover over the thigh. Just getting some stretches in here, breathing deeply, remembering to breathe here. Inhale, Take some fluid movement here, some intuitive movement, and then we're going to switch legs. So we're going to bring the right leg in, allowing the bottom of our foot to meet the inner left thigh, and then we're going to inhale, bringing the arms up and over, twisting into that opening position over our left side body. And then when we're ready, we're going to move our chest over our thigh to this hovering position. You can reach for your ankle, reach for your foot, whatever feels comfortable for you, whatever is accessible for you in this position. And then we're going to inhale back up to center, bringing our legs back together in a cross-legged position or whatever seated position is good for you. And we're going to ground ourselves in breath again. We're going to remind ourselves of our power. Here you can repeat some affirmations that feel good for you, affirming what you want to believe or honor on today. Just getting grounded here, just giving some gratitude to your body for doing this practice on today. And inhaling, bringing our shoulders up towards our ears. Exhaling, bringing them down, drawing the shoulders down. Taking one more inhale, bringing them up to the ears. Exhale, drawing the shoulders down. One final little rotation of the spine. And together we'll inhale, bringing the arms up, meeting at the center. Exhaling, bringing them down slowly to meet our mind, our mouth, and our hearts. And together we say namaste. Thank you for practicing with me today, and leave a comment letting me know how this practice went for you.